Okay, challenge and opportunity. 7 amazing advocates that I have to moderate a conversation around and make sure that we hear from everyone and we have a dialogue. So, on behalf of Public Interest Projects, let me add my voice of welcome to this first experiment of a learning institute that I think is going to be a really exciting opportunity for us to come together in all our respective roles as funders, as advocates, as organizers, as policy people, as human beings who care deeply about the state of the nation and the state of the planet. And ultimately, I just want to say that's why we're all here. This conversation is ultimately about our vision for a culture and a world that is based on human rights principles where everybody on the planet gets to live with dignity, equality, and justice. And so as we dig deep into strategies and issue areas and topics, at the end of the day, I just want us all to remember that we are in a shared enterprise of how to get to that shared vision where all of us, no matter who we are and where we come from, can exercise our human rights. We're going to be focused on the United States primarily, but again, the other thing that I'd invite you to do is to keep in the back of your minds that we are a part of a much bigger, increasingly interconnected and interdependent planet. We're going to be talking a lot about breaking out of issues, collaboration, capacity building, ending silos. We're not really going to talk a lot about the US and the rest of the world and how the shared enterprise of human rights really requires us to be thinking locally and globally and making those connections, because nothing can be solved without that bigger frame for all of us. I'm just going to put that sort of into the mix, into the water as we get through this next 2 days. So here's how this plenary conversation is going to go, I hope. I'm going to start with individually calling on each one of the 7 panelists to answer a question. And as I turn to them, I'm going to introduce them right before they speak so that you're not getting like 7 broad introductions and then trying to figure out who these folks are. They're going to be short bios because you have bios in your packets of who all of these great people are. But what I want to say about this group of 7 is that it's an unprecedented opportunity to have a dialogue across issue, across identity, across generation, across perspective, across organizing strategy, across multiple pluralistic visions, and that this conversation is just sort of beginning up here, that it's really a conversation amongst all of us to think beyond our particular locations and our particular identities and our particular issues to really share what it means to build a stronger, better, kick-ass human rights, social justice movement in these United States of America, okay? I've been bitching and moaning about, you gave me 7 people, and then you gave me 1 mic, so I just need to get that out of my system.